What's up guys, Mark here, and welcome to the second episode of my Windows Server little mini-series, I guess, whatever you want to call it. Now, in the first episode I showed Server 2012 Active Directory installation and configuration, and in this video I thought I would show adding a Windows Server 2008 R2 machine to that domain and then promoting it to a secondary domain controller. Now, if you're watching this video, I can only assume you have already installed Server 2008. If not, then you can follow my Windows 7 install tutorial. It's pretty much the same, you just use your Windows Server disk. The only thing I would mention is when you install it, when you first select the installation media, if you continue without it, select Server 2008, set everything up, and obviously then it won't boot because you haven't selected a disk, and then go up to devices, CD DVD, connect image, and browse to the Server 2008 disk and then restart. The only reason I say that is because if you do an express installation, it installs the account as your username rather than administrator and causes problems that then have to be sorted out, and it's not really worth it. So once you've got the installation up and running, I'm just going to log in here and go to the desktop. Now, first things first, you will need to configure IP addresses. Now, I am going to go and first of all make sure that your virtual machine is bridged to whichever network adapter you use on your Mac, as I've just done there. And in theory that should, yeah, right. And then you go into Network and Sharing Center, go to Change Adapter Settings, double click your network connection, go to Properties, IPv4, double click that, excuse me, oh god, oh, excuse me guys, and enter the IP address. Now, my first server is .101, so I'll make this 102. Subnet mask is automatically filled in. My gateway is my router. Now DNS, what you want to do is you need to have your preferred DNS as the IP address of your first domain controller. So for me it'd be 101. And the second one is the DNS server for your router, so that if for whatever reason your primary domain controller isn't connected, you can still connect to the internet. So just accept all of that, like so, and I'm just going to check that the internet works, which it does, which is awesome. Now, before you can promote the server to a domain controller, you need to add it to the domain. So what we're going to do is go Computer, go to Properties, Advanced System Settings, Computer Name, Change. Now I already called this Server 02 just because my other one is called Server 01, so it sort of made sense. Oh, terribly sorry guys. And rather than workgroup, we're going to select domain, and I'm going to put in the domain, hit OK, and it's going to ask for a domain, administrator and password. So I have an account, so I enter that and hit enter, and it will work away. And there you go, welcome to the domain. So hit OK, and it asks to reboot, so we'll close that and click restart. And just let that boot up, and back to that, and there we go, back at the logon screen. So I'm going to log back in. As you can see there now, it's still logging on with the local account, but what I can do is go other user, and now it says log on to Flynn, which is the domain. So you can, if you want, go do period / and go back to the local machine, but I'm going to log on to the domain, and I'm just going to log on as me. And there we go, back at the desktop. Now that we're joined to the domain, what we're going to need to do is promote it to a domain controller. So what you want to do is go to Start and go to Run and type in DC Promo. Okay, and it will check whether the Active Directory domain services are installed, and obviously on this machine they're not because it's a clean install. So it will install Active Directory domain services. And then once it's installed them, then we go through the configuration wizard to promote to a domain controller. So I'm going to use advanced mode installation just out of habit. So I'm going to go next, next, and then what you want to do is go existing forest, and then add a domain controller to an existing domain, and then click next. And then as you can see, it's already filled in the domain that we're joining to. I can use my current credentials as I'm logged in with a domain account. If you were logged in with a local account, you'd have to click alternate, click set, and sign in with the domain account. Next, select a forest, next, default first site name, next. It'll examine DNS. This may take a while. Sometimes this can be very quick, sometimes it can take absolutely ages. So if it does hang on this stage, then don't panic, there's nothing wrong with your setup. Alright guys, we are back. It did take a fair while on examining DNS. So as I say, if it does do that for you, then don't worry about it, just let it work away. Now I'm going to leave DNS and global catalog server boxes checked because it's just handy to have them. And we'll hit next. This error comes up every single time. It's because there is nothing above your domain level, so that's fine, just hit yes. Yeah, you want the top one, you want to replicate from the other domain controllers. Let the wizard choose because there's only one, so put in Active Directory restore password, next, next, and then just wait for the installation to finish. Again, this may take some time, so what I'll do is I will pause the video again and come back when it's finished. And I'm back again guys, and as you can see the wizard has completed. So what I will do is click finish and let it reboot. Now once you've done this, this part of the reboot, the apply computer settings, can take forever. And it's actually a bug with the Intel workstation graphics cards and Server 2008 R2, and those network cards, and the network cards that Parallels virtualizes are those workstation cards, which causes this bug. So if this happens, it will eventually let you log in. So again, I will come back when I get to the logon screen. So here we are at the log on screen, and I am going to log in, except that's the wrong password, as is that. There we go. And that's it, guys. It's now a secondary domain controller, as you can see, server02.flynn.co.uk, domain, and it's now a domain controller. So I hope this video has been helpful, guys. If there's anything else you'd like me to go through to do with Windows Server, any version of Windows Server, or any sort of tasks within Windows Server that you're interested in, just leave a comment or send me a PM, and I'm sure I can make a video on it to help you guys out. So thanks again, guys. If you've liked what you've watched, please hit the subscribe button. It does really mean a lot to me, and also thumbs up the video, because again, that does make my day. Again, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.